Hey, now we're at one of the real rare turn of the century Hall of Famers, and that's Willie Keeler. Willie, shortest trivia question, shortest player inducted into the Hall of Fame right now. Maybe Altuve's shorter. I don't know. Altuve's not in the Hall of Fame though, but he's one of the really great hitters. He had 2,932 hits, lifetime batting average of 341. He was on that real famous Baltimore Orioles team of 1894. Like Joe Kelly was on that team. John McGraw was on that team. Willie Keeler was on that team. I mean, I know there's other Hall of Famers that were on that team as well. They're just not coming to me right now. Dan Browthers was on that team as well. So, like, I think Ed Hanlon was the manager. But, like, he came up with the real famous phrase, hit it where they ain't. So, he is, I would say, by far the hardest autograph of any Hall of Famer elected by the writers to the Hall of Fame. Most rare Hall of Fame autographs were through the Veterans Committee. He was actually elected by the writers, I believe, in 1939. So, I mean, that just makes his autograph. People collect, for some reason, just players that were elected through the writers because they're all players. There's no owners or anything. So, again, by far the toughest. Even forget Mathewson for a second. It's him. So, he was going to die January 1st. Hit him where he ain't. Oh, I want to tell you a story. I like telling stories about autographs. So I went to the National, I want to say it was 2016. It was definitely in Cleveland, 2016. And this is when dealers still sold rare autographs. They weren't all going to auction houses. And there was this one dealer who had, I remember he had autographs of Eddie Plank, Frank Chance, which I later bought, that very Frank Chance. And he had the Wee Willie Keeler autograph I'm about to show you. And as far as I know, this is the only Wee Willie Keeler that exists in the public. So without any further ado, we're going to look at the autograph analysis. The only autograph I would ever buy Wee Willie Keeler unless something amazing came out with outstanding provenance. So let's take a look right now at the autograph itself. So this is it right here. Although I know you're not seeing anything. Let me scroll up. So this is the Wee Willie Keeler. It was a diary that he kept in 1896 about winning the Temple Cup. And the Temple Cup was something before the World Series, teams played for the Temple Cup. And the autograph, I don't know if this is a good Willie Keeler or not. They say it is, and I don't know. I think this autograph was removed. I don't know who owns this autograph right now. So there may be two out there. But this autograph for sure, this address was still in there. And this book is much smaller than it appears. So this is the only Willie Keeler autograph I've ever seen. It was offered me for sale. I think he wanted $45,000 for it, some insane amount. And again, this is the only one that I know of. He had and plus the diary was filled. It has all this writing in it. I mean, you can look. It's a beautiful. Oh, look at all this writing in it. I mean, this diary is very famous, very well known. So again, this is the only Willie Keeler autographs that are known to exist. This sold originally for $82,000. Then in 2016, it was sold again for $46,000. And again, the person who bought it offered it to me. He was the buyer of this. He moved it again in around 2020. And I looked everywhere. If someone can find it, that'd be amazing. I don't know what it sold for again. I know it got moved. I thought it got moved through either Hunt or Huggins and Scott. I looked in both of those. It wasn't there as well. You can see like Huggins and Scott up here. I really did a strong look. So again, you go to the PSA database. It has this one as well. This also is William Keeler's autograph, but this is owned by the Baseball Hall of Fame. It will never be owned by the public. I mean, it's worth looking at just to study it, but like, there's no point doing an analysis of it. He's that rare. So the only other thing that was interesting, and this is Jim Stinson pointed out in Net 54, his family a while back had letters, and they were signed letters like this from 1892. Beautiful handwriting, and they never came out in public. Nobody knows what happened to them. So, but the family, for all I know, still has them. And again, this is just a photocopy. You can see it was signed Will as well, first name only. But again, this is probably a $5,000 to $7,000 autograph if this comes out in the public, because this is all that exists. I mean, this doesn't even exist. This is right now, as far as I know, is in photocopy only. So that's it. Like I said, a really rare autograph of Wee Willie. So we're going to move to him to a really, really easy name, and that's George Kell. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep collecting.